Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Explained episode 4. I'm your host Sid Pan, and let's talk S21. So another new intro. I'm just experimenting things here and there and just seeing what clicks. Um, if you want to help me, you can go check out my other videos and tell me in the comments which intro you guys like the most. That really helps. But I'm thinking I like this one the most. It's just, first of all, I've been wanting to do a trap beat in the intro for a long time, and I finally found some royalty free. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna stick to unless you guys say otherwise. So today's topic, the Samsung S21, and a little, not really a lot about the S21 Plus, and then the S21 Ultra. The reason I didn't really put in anything about the S21 Plus is because I didn't think that there were many notable differences between the S21 and the S21 Plus. So I didn't think it'd be a good investment of your time and my time to put that in. So I just glazed over that. Oh, and I just noticed S21 2021. I don't know if Samsung planned that or whatever, but pretty cool. Last year they they I don't know, they really messed up with the Note 20. And if you want to watch my previous video, and I think I've talked about the Note 20 in the past two videos, go check the description. Links should be there. Um, but it's just the Note 20 was such a failure and such a disaster. Um, from Samsung, they priced it at $1,000 at a plastic back, non-expandable storage, not good. It was just a bad phone. It wasn't a bad phone overall, but for the price point at $1,000, flagship level price point, when that phone just did not fit there. But Samsung is back. They're back. They recovered with their S21 and S21 Plus, and they've done a really good job, really well, really good job with the phones. So let's start out with the Samsung S21, the base model. So display and screen. So the Samsung S21 has a 6.2 inch uh, display, Infinite O display, so 6.2 Infinite O display, dynamic AMOLED display. What does dynamic mean? I don't know, but it's a dynamic AMOLED display. So I'm obviously thinking that it's going to be better than AMOLED because it's dynamic. You've got that buttery, sweet, smooth 120 hertz display, um, which I was really expecting at this in 2021. All flagships, in my opinion, should have 120 hertz display, and if they don't have that, I don't think either the price is justified or it should even be called a flagship. This year, all flagships, in my opinion, should have 120 hertz. It has a peak brightness of 1300 nits, which is actually pretty bright. Um, Not a lot to say there, but peak brightness is 1300 nits, and if you didn't know what nits is, it's basically the measure. It's basically the measure of how bright the screen can get. It has a 2 million to 1 contrast ratio, and now what basically the bigger the ratio is, the more immersive the images are gonna be, the more colors are gonna pop and stuff. And when I was reading through the website, they said that they added a eye comfort shield. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to adjust blue light. And what blue light does, blue light's the type of light that harms your eyes, and it's emitted by screens. So any screen, your TV screen, phone screen, laptop screen, most screens, um, they emit blue light and that can harm your eyes. So Samsung is claiming that this eye comfort shield is going to adjust the blue light so that it doesn't impact you. And now we all know that they can't eliminate that. It's still going to impact you, but maybe they'll do it a little bit less. We'll have to see. It's again a gorilla. It's Gorilla Glass. I always have a tough time saying that. And now I'm not sure if this is correct, but from what I read, it is 169 grams. You guys can go check out different YouTubers and check out their channels and see if I'm correct on that. IP68, which is good. It can withstand dust, dirt, sand, the typical. And it can be submerged up to 1.5 meters underwater. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the design. So the design of the phone, if you haven't seen it, you could look it up, Samsung S21, or you could go to Samsung.com and you can just look at it there. The design is, well, a little bit out there. Not out there, but it's a little bit different. They have this really, like the camera bump and the camera module. It's like a different color from the rest of the phone. It's a pink gold except for one color, which I'll tell you in just a sec. And it's in the corner, and the camera bump and everything is a different color from the rest of the phone. Now, obviously, this is a podcast, so I'm not gonna put a picture of it up on the screen, so you guys won't be able to see it. But you guys can go to basically anywhere, Google anywhere, and just search up images, and you'll immediately see what I'm saying. So, me personally, I like that design. I think it looks really cool. It looks really futuristic. But some of my friends, they say that they don't like it. And of course, it's their opinion, and you may not like it. But personally, me, I really like that design. It makes it look really futuristic and robust. Talking about design, colors. So for the S21, you have violet and the corner thing, like that thing that I was talking about just a few seconds ago. Um, all of them are pink gold. If you don't know what pink gold is, just search it up. It's not really it's not that big of a deal. It's a type of gold. So they have violet, pink gold camera casing. They have silver, which has pink gold camera casing, and then they have black. The black one is black on black. The camera casing is also black, which is my favorite. I usually go for black on black or blackout or any of those type of color combinations whenever I can. So if I was to buy the Samsung S21, I'd go for the black on black with the black camera casing. But that's me. You guys could be different. Um, and then these other two are exclusive to the S21 Plus. You have Phantom Red, Phantom Gold, and then the other ones I mentioned. So basically, the S21 Plus gets Phantom Red, Phantom Gold. So one of the differences that you get more variety in the S21 Plus in the color department. Um, Again, that little corner is pink gold casing for the Phantom Red and Phantom Gold. Now, camera. A lot of people care about their cameras a lot. I personally don't that much. I don't really care about the camera, you know, that much. But it's my job to tell you guys what the camera does, what it is, and then you guys can decide whether to buy it or not. So it can shoot 8K video, and they have something called 8K video snap, which basically when you take a video, it can let you pull photos from that video up to 33 megapixels. So that's basically if you're taking a video and then there's some still shots that you want, you can pull it out of the video. So that's pretty cool. Um, Single take AI, which is I think really interesting on Samsung's part. Basically, you just tap and it gives you an assortment of social media ready photos where they're already the lighting is good, everything is good, you know. So those are like social media worthy, like you can post them on Instagram or Twitter, whatever social media platform you use without giving it much thought. Um, the S21 can shoot 60 FPS video. Well, S21 and S21 Plus can shoot 60 FPS video, and it says on the website that it can automatically change frame rates to make better recordings in bright and low light. How accurate that is, how fast that is, how reliable that is, I don't know. we'll have to test it out and see if it actually does that, and even if it does do it, if it does it correctly, and if it actually helps. It has a 10 megapixel selfie camera. And the cameras that you're probably going to use the most, and the ones you probably care about the most, is the 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. And now the S21 and S21 Plus has three cameras, well, four on total: the selfie camera, the ultra wide camera, the wide angle camera, and the telephoto camera. So the ultra wide is 12 megapixels, the wide angle is also 12 megapixels, and the telephoto camera is 64 megapixels. And basically, what the telephoto is that you can get really, really close to something and then not start seeing pixels. Like you can take a photo of a plant and you can zoom in and you won't start seeing pixels. It'll still be crisp and clear. 30 times digital zoom plus zoom lock, which helps keep whatever you're taking a photo of centered. So when you zoom in, you know, the thing that you're actually focusing on doesn't go to the bottom right or the top left or something. That stays in the middle. Sorry about the background noise, guys, if you can hear that. I'm recording in the office room and my family's in the hall, so if there's any background noise, just ignore it. Sorry about that, but I should be getting a better studio. Well, not getting a better studio, but I should be moving somewhere that has less, background noise. So, battery. Samsung claims. Now, does this happen? Of course, some products are going to be different than others. This may not work on some products. Some can be defective. But they claim that the S21, S20 Plus, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra can last well above 24 hours with 5G on. Now, do I believe that? Yes, because I'm expecting a lot from Samsung, and after their bust of the Note 20, I really want them to keep their word, so I don't think, they got some big brains behind those chairs in Samsung. So, if they're promising that, I'll take their word for it for now. And I'll probably do a check-in later just to see how it's doing. It can go up to 4,800 milliamps of power. Now to the processor. It has a 5 nanometer processor. They say like the first 5 nanometer processor. Blah 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 blah. Marketing. 8 gigs of RAM. Pretty standard. It they both the S21 and S21 Plus come in two sizes: 128 gigs and 120 and no, sorry, let me repeat. They come in two sizes: the 128 gig variant and the 256 gig variant. Of course, all three of the models this year, the S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra, are all 5G compatible, and you have Wi-Fi 6 connectivity. Now comes the interesting part. USB Type-C, you're getting in the box, you're getting USB Type-C, of course. Ejection pin for your SIM tray. You're getting a quick start guide. And now listen. Travel adapter is sold separately. Does this sound familiar to any of you? I'm sure it does, because that's what a lot of companies, a lot of reviewers, and everybody else thought was a bold move from Apple. Their iPhone 13. Hi guys, Future Sid here. I just wanted to tell you guys that I said iPhone 13 for some reason. Um, I did not mean that. I meant iPhone 12. Of course, the iPhone 13 doesn't exist yet. But I mean iPhone 12. So if I say iPhone 13 from now on, just forget that I said that. I don't know why I said that, but I'm meaning iPhone 12. So yeah, and enjoy the rest of the podcast, guys. Did not have a travel adapter, power adapter, whatever. It did not have a power adapter. And now, as I said, I called it in my last video. If you want to go check that out, again, links in the description. The they I, Apple took out the travel adapter from the iPhone 13, and a lot of people critiqued that, and they said, "Oh, that's a bold move." But again, in my 2021 predictions video, I said that phones are going to a portless future. Apple's doing it first, and of course, other phone companies are also going to be following suit, just like Samsung did this year with the S21. let's move on to the S21 Ultra. And now everything listed here, I chose to list because it has some sort of difference. Everything worthy of telling about the S21 Ultra, I put into the S21 Ultra. So, yeah. So let's just get into it. So the S21 Ultra. So when a company says Ultra, um, this is like Samsung's most best everything that they can pack into one phone. You know, their flagship. Um, at this point. Um, so let's just get into it. Colors. You have, I think you have a lot more color choices and a lot more versatile color choices in the Ultra, of course, because it's their more expensive model. You have Phantom Black, Phantom Silver, Phantom Titanium, Phantom Navy, and Phantom Brown. Um, my favorite again is Phantom Black. Um, but Phantom Brown. I don't think a lot of companies have went out and made one of their phone color choices a brown. And I think that's really interesting. I think Samsung is really trying to just uh they're just putting the hustle on it because you know it's 2021. We have a lot of expectations, high expectations. So I don't know. I don't know why just one color that they're experimenting with brings that thought up in my mind, but it does. And you know, that's my thoughts. Screen and display. So it has a 6.9-inch Infinity O display, dynamic AMOLED display, 120 Hz Gorilla Glass. So it's basically the same as the S21 and S21 Plus. I'm kind of disappointed there because I was looking for a little bit more on the Ultra side, especially for the screen and display, the thing that you're gonna probably be using the most when you get this phone or any phone for that matter. So I don't know. They could have added something here and there. They're such a huge company, you know. So I was looking for maybe a little bit of stuff being there, the extra stuff at this price point. And don't worry, I'll get to the price points and then my final conclusion. This is actually going to be a pretty short video, but I'll get to my final conclusions, the price point, and advise you guys to buy it or not buy it, um, depending on how it ends up. Camera. It has 8K video, same as S21 and S21 Plus. But this is where things start to get wacky and the numbers start going up. 40 megapixel selfie camera. 40 megapixels. If you look back at the S21, it was a 10 megapixel selfie camera. The selfie camera on the S21 Ultra is has 4 times the amount of megapixels. 40 megapixels. So that's kind of crazy. Um, this is what I mean when someone says ultra. I'm like, oh, ultra. So this is what I think. If the S21 has a 10 megapixel selfie, I can't speak. 10 megapixel selfie camera, and the Ultra has a 40 megapixel selfie camera, that makes sense. Yes, that makes it Ultra. 12 megapixel ultra wide versus it's the same thing. It's the same on both phones, on all three phones. I know that this is not 108 megapixel wide angle. The previous two models only have a 12 megapixel wide angle, and I told you the numbers just go up drastically up. It's 12 megapixels versus 108 megapixels. So I don't know. Obviously, the Ultra has better cameras. 10 megapixel telephoto cameras. I'm kind of disappointed with that, but there are two of them. There's two. There's two telephoto cameras. So in total, the S21 Ultra has 4 cameras. The other two models have 3. 5,000 milliamps of power on the Ultra versus 4,800 milliamps of power on the S21 and S21 Plus. You have 5G. I mean, at this point, it's a no-brainer. Basically, all the phones starting from 2021, the mid-high range and flagship levels, they're gonna have 5G for sure. Wi-Fi 6 connectivity. Now, a little thing, just a little thing that Samsung snuck in that I was not expecting. I wasn't really keeping up on the rumors. That's probably why I missed out. But this phone It's compatible with S Pen. It's the Note series that has the S Pen. Um, it's called the Note series for a reason, like Notepad, because you use the S Pen on it. So the Note series is known for its S Pen, but now the Galaxy series is getting an S Pen, and I really really like that, because if they take one of their like most unique and iconic things from one of their phones and distribute it not too wide, not too broad, maybe one series or another series, that's just gonna call so many more people in, because of course there's gonna be crossovers. There's gonna be people who are like, oh, I really like the Galaxy phone series, but it doesn't have the S Pens, so that's why I usually don't buy them. Or so now that problem's fixed. So I'm gonna let so you know that I'm gonna let that slide, because that's really really cool. I really liked that they added the S Pen on the Galaxy line, and hopefully, it's only on the Ultra. You're only getting the S Pen on the Ultra. So if you want the S Pen, you're gonna have to go for the Ultra. You're not gonna get it on the S21 and the 21 Plus models. Those got skipped out, but I'm really really looking forward to it, and I think this is a good balance. Them just keeping the S Pen exclusive to the Note 20 series and the Ultras on the Galaxy series. So next year when the Galaxy 20 S22 comes out, and that Ultra, the Ultra model of that line has a Galaxy S Pen. That's what I'm gonna look forward to. I don't think the 20 like the base model and then the plus model or whatever. I think the S Pen should only be exclusive to the Ultra variants. That makes sense because they're more expensive. Samsung can cover the costs of mass producing a bunch of other S Pens. So that makes sense. I really liked that they did that. And that was just really, really cool. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm on the Samsung website, and I'm gonna read the prices out to you, not counting trade-ins, because trade-ins are hard to calculate because there's a bunch of different variables. Depending on which phone you're trading in, you'll get a bigger discount. So I'm just gonna read you like the normal prices without trade-ins. So the Galaxy S21 5G is starting at $800. The S21 Plus starting at $1,000, and the S21 Ultra, and all these models are 5G. And the S21 Ultra is starting at $1,200. So now I'm gonna tell you whether I think the price is right, and yeah, starting with the S21, 799.99, $800 if you want to round up one penny, and I think that's what I'll do. So I'm just gonna call it $800. $800. That's the same value of the iPhone 12. So I think it's fine there, and I think that, in my opinion, the S21 is a superior phone than the Apple iPhone 12. So I think, yeah, $800 is really good looking at its competition, and what it has. $800 is a good price, but we can't forget the iPhone 12 mini, which I think a lot of people are going to get, and I think that's going to be the biggest competitor with Samsung and their S21, their S21 lineup. The iPhone 12 mini is starts at $700, so $100 less than the S21, and the Galaxy S21 starts at $800. So I think that's gonna be like the biggest challenge to Samsung, is that the iPhone 12 mini, that's like, it's kind of like a danger zone, is cutting pretty low. So I don't know. That actually might give Samsung some trouble, give some other companies some trouble. But if I'm just looking at the base model of Samsung and the base model of Apple, then yeah, the S21 is a good value for its money. I give it a right. The price is right for the Galaxy S21. Galaxy S21 Plus, $1,000. Call me crazy, but I think that's not cheap, but it's less than it should have been. I think a lot of people would have gone for this phone even if it was $50, $40, $70 over the $1,000 price range. So I think that's actually kind of a little bit less for what it has and what it's giving. Call me crazy, but $1,000, I think Apple could have gotten away with a little bit more money. S21 Ultra, $1,200. that is a perfect price. If you ask me, I think that's a really good price. I think that really fits. Nothing there. No problem there. So basically, the overall gist or moral of the story is that the S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra are all priced well. The only thing is that the iPhone 12 mini is going to give them a little bit of trouble because iPhone 12 mini is a really beloved design, a really beloved phone, and it's selling for $100 less than the base model of the Galaxy S21. So, there could be some trouble there. And now, do I recommend you guys to buy the S21? Yes, I do. I think the S21 is a really good phone. And if you're going to pay $800 for an iPhone 12, I say just turn your head, be a little bit open to the Android market, be a little bit open to Samsung, and I think you'll be happy if you choose the Galaxy S21 over the iPhone 12. S21 Plus, again, I recommend it. Not much to say there. S21 Ultra, I recommend to buy it. Again, if you're the average consumer, then buy the S21. But if you're a creator, you're on the go, you're snapping pictures, you're an Instagram influencer or a social media influencer, just in total a Snapchat influencer, whatever. S21 Ultra I think would be a good choice for you. And S21 Plus is for those people who is like an entry level into the creation stuff. If you want to get a phone that can be used as a creation, medium, S21 Plus is good. But if you're the average consumer looking for a new phone, your old one's broken or you just want the newest thing, I suggest going for the S21. And for those creators out there, S21 Ultra, it's really giving you a bang for your buck. So yeah, that's my review over the S21, S21 Ultra, and a little teensy bit over the S21 Plus. And yeah, they're all really, really great phones. I would recommend them. They get my stamp of approval. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the podcast here. I think this is my shortest podcast to date. Um, which isn't saying a lot. I only have 4 videos counting this one. Um, but it's my shortest one. It's around the 30-minute mark. Um, so yeah, that's it. That's where I'm gonna end the podcast, guys. Please, 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 please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell notification so you never ever miss an upload. Giving me likes, giving me, subscribing, hitting that just really encourages me to keep bringing out these videos, keep getting these videos out to you guys, and it just gives me a good feeling. And it's all free. You can always, unsubscribe later, turn the bell notification off later, and if you feel like it, change your thumbs up to a thumbs down or change your thumbs down to a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time, and it's Sid Pan signing out.